fate taketh away it giveth in return. Yoo-hoo! Mortal! Here to help? An intrepid mortal. The most interesting of companions. Tell me, do you think it chance that our paths have crossed? Or do we stand at the precipice of a mutually rewarding friendship? Care to lend the dear Daedra a hand? Call me Ezhkel, Molag Bal, the egotist that he is, banned me from Coldharbour. I can't stand being denied what I want, so I made a plan to hitch a ride through a worm cult ritual. Help me, and I promise to cause some havoc on the other side. Eons ago, I freed myself from the shackles of subjugation, and now wish to experience existence with every prince in every form imaginable. My calling, if you will, a singular drive. Help me, and gain an ally against Coldharbour. And some gold. I filched a keystone off a worm cultist, which in turn was pilfered by a monkey. The damnable creature managed to lock itself inside the vault behind me. I can summon friends to pull the levers, but you must direct them. Lesser Daedra can be dense. The keystone grants access to a ritual where mortal souls are sacrificed and sent to Coldharbour. My plan to take part in that ritual hinges on getting it back. Unless a strong, dashing adventurer like you doesn't have what it takes. Look at the levers, dear. One is rusted shut, one is on a high ledge, and another is covered by rubble. We'll need help from some friends of mine to pull them. You just concentrate on using this rod to direct them to the appropriate levers. Not just any rod. A Velothi conjuring rod. A gift from an old friend. Quite helpful in pinches like this when strong conjurers are lacking. You'll use it to direct the Daedra. Each will be better suited to a different lever, so bear that in mind. Then let us begin. I trust you know how to handle a rod. Point and wave and all that. I'll open the summoning circles. Once my Daedra friends arrive, direct them to the levers most appropriate to their skill sets. Direct my friends with the rod, and remember, each is more suited to deal with one lever than the others. Once I begin, maintaining the summoning circles will require a bit of concentration. If you have any additional questions, ask them now. By all means, dear, ask away. I welcome them. I can see how this might seem strange to your mortal sensibilities, but I'd like to get to a place where we can trust each other completely. Where other Daedra are keen to remain mindless servants, I dare to dream of transcendence. An existence without limitation. I believe you mortals call it Chin. This is why I align myself with a myriad of princes. Enlightenment through experience. To serve is not always synonymous with submission. When I serve a prince, I do so of my own free will. There is no bargain or deal struck that does not directly benefit me. Of course, some princes are more receptive to the idea than others. They can't fathom aiding someone else in their pursuits. But what can you expect from the Lord of Domination? To think, with my wealth of experience, the secrets I'm privy to, well, let's just say his loss could very well be your gain. Most Daedra coalesce after the destruction of their body in the form assigned to them by their prince. Since freeing myself from subjugation, I've been so many things, an impossible number to count. And still I have so many more to experience. I've been a lurker patrolling the ink-black seas of Apocrypha, a scamp who helped build Dagon's siege machines, and a herb collecting debts for Clavicus Vile, among a host of other myriad forms. It's all so exciting. As my vestige reforms within a new plane of oblivion, I project my will onto the realm's creation. In a sense, I dream. I shape myself through the power of my imagination, a skill dreadfully few Daedra possess. I am, of course, limited by the bargains I strike with prevailing princes, but yes, I am a Daedra with many forms. But I do not use this gift to seek power. Once I have experienced all Oblivion has to offer, I will finally know who I am. I look back on that time with such fondness. After all, animals make for such fantastic partygoers. They do not suffer the same social inhibitions as intellectual folks do. And sometimes you get to eat each other. Now for our helping hands.
You could craft something nice with that.
Excellent! Now let us enter the vault and retrieve my keystone. I've got you now! Oh. It's dead. You retrieve the keystone, dear. With that keystone, we can access a worm called Ritual Chamber. Let's discuss next steps. There's a ritual chamber within the lair of the Black Worm, far to the north. This keystone will grant us access, but you'll need a disguise. Something dreadfully macabre. Should be easy to steal something from the worm cult's nest. It's all about the particulars of the ritual, and the one they conduct at this site is special. This keystone grants us access to the site. Without it, we would be vaporized upon entering. Now, just let me slip into my prisoner disguise for you. You need to work a little harder if you want me in a collar. Just accept this as a show of good faith. If I assume that lovely mortals exist, then they do. Willpower manifested. And how I admire your willpower. Just don't forget your own disguise. you'll find the entrance to the lair of the Black Worm along the northern cliffs of the island. Just follow the smell of cultists. Once you secure a worm cult disguise, meet me in the southeast tunnels of their lair.
Let's move!
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Well, it sure
Any other
is
trick but
something.
this?
Now what?
Here comes another one. Have you lost
Yeah.
faith, true wanderer?
Yeah!
I won't go back! You can't make me!
That'll teach them not to cross us.
Make it stop! I can't take anymore! Please help us! Make it stop!
all dressed up with nowhere to go. Until you use the keystone to dispel the ward, of course. Don't mind the dead prisoner. They're better off, trust me. Now, if you wouldn't mind, the keystone should dispel the protective ward and allow us to enter the ritual chamber safely. Now, before we rush in, let's go over the plan. Remember the plan. I'm your prisoner. You're going to lead me into the ritual chamber. Oh, and my disguise, What do you think? Could I pass for a Chimer? No, they're gone. An Altmer? Yes, I'm an Altmer about to be sacrificed to Molag Bal. Didn't I? I certainly implied it. Do pay closer attention, dear. In order to reshape myself in Coldharbour's creation, this form must be destroyed. You would say killed, but that word holds little meaning to immortals such as I. Treat you like the mortal you are. Got it. When the cultists call for the supplicants, that's you, to present their offerings to Molag Bal, you'll offer me for their ritual. I'll play the part of a distressed and fearful mortal. And then, well, a swift jab to my heart and my vestige will twist, tear, and reform in Coldharbour's creation. But fret not. We'll meet again on the coastline north of here. Just activate my summoning circle with the conjuring rod, and you'll meet the new me. Remember, you can't walk in looking like that. Not that I don't admire the vision. Put on your worm-coat garb, and let's get in there before the ritual has concluded. Now, right before the climax of our adventure, and here I thought I had made everything crystal clear. Very well, if you insist. Oh, yes. Punishment, agony, torment, endless servitude. I've heard it all. Although, in truth, it sounds terribly similar to how some mortals spend their entire existences, yes? Regardless, I wish to experience everything Oblivion has to offer. Call it fate, call it ambition, but a path chosen is a path succeeded. I forget which prince told me that, which is odd. I'm not one to forget services, but I know this. All my travels have led to this moment. I won't stop now. The thing about sacrificing mortals to a Dark Lord is that it creates an awful lot of racket. Between the screaming and the sobbing and the guttural cries, how is anyone expected to get any sleep? The solution? A secluded ritual chamber. There's, of course, the added wrinkle that they've taken over what was once a stone nest village and had no say in its design. Utsil, I believe its name was. Lovely village, great food. Perhaps one day it can return to its former glory. Now, get dressed and lead me into the chamber. A stunning look, really. Now I feel underdressed. Alas, time for the main event? Let's get in there. Let's put on a good show. By the divines, please!
Come forward and present your offering to Molag Bal.
You don't have to do this! Spare me! Finally! Coldharbour, here I come!
An unbeliever! Kill them!
That will teach them not to cross us. Who's next? Let's go.
I won't go back! You can't make me! Wait. You're not one of them. Maybe you can help me.
Might get rough in here. I've got your back.
Yoo-hoo! Are you there, dear? Why don't you give me a little wave of that rod? Let me fill these new lungs with that crisp ocean air. What a pleasure it is to see my clever little mortal through new eyes. Coldharbour is as bleak as the stories say, but I'm excited to add a touch of my deviousness to the realm. Enough, at least, to give Molag Bal a headache. Can't you tell by the beautiful twinkle in my eyes? I emerged fresh and new from the azure sea in the alluring form you see before you. Now that I can move freely through Coldharbour, I'll be sure to cause some havoc where I can, as per our deal. Sorry to break it to you, but your countenance, no matter how pleasing, falls short of the endless expanse of oblivion. Still, you are more precious than most mortals. More than a plaything, certainly. Perhaps even more than a friend. We shall see. The world beyond the mortal realm runs on more than gold, dear. Willpower and fate, those are the gears that brought us together. Now, I'm off to make a nuisance of myself in Coldharbour. Here's your payment for helping me attain this new form. Perhaps one day we will find ourselves once more aligned on an adventure. Fate has a funny way of drawing kindred spirits together. I'm a survivor, dear. That's how I broke my shackles and started down this path. To experience all that Oblivion has to offer. And I will do what I promised and cause a little chaos and disorder in Coldharbour. I need to see what this form can do. How will it hurt? While the worm cult leads this current attack on your realm, it won't be long before Molag Bal notices and decides to take a more active role. Unless, of course, he's contending with other things. And I can think of many things. Until fate brings us together again. Perhaps one day we will find ourselves